Recording in progress. Good evening. I'd like to call to order the regular Oregon City Commission meeting for Wednesday, April 17th, 2024. We will now convene the meeting and ask for the roll call.
Commissioner Rocky Smith.
Here.
Commissioner Adam Marl.
Here.
Commissioner Frank O'Donnell.
Here.
Commissioner Mike Mitchell.
Here.
And Mayor Denise McGriff.
Present. So would you please all join me and stand for the flag salute? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everyone. So we have a number of items tonight on our ceremonies and proclamations, and the first item is to oath of office for Oregon City Police Officers Paul Thie and Amanda Trejo. Did I get that right? Trejo. Okay, wait. I'm writing this down. Okay. So, Chief Davis.
Thank you, Mayor Commission. It's an honor to be here tonight, and we are going to swear in two of our newest officers. So if I can have Paul Thie and Amanda Trejo come to the front, please.
Do we do them both at the same time?
If that works. I'll give introductions both at the same time, and then you can choose how you want to do it. So Paul Thie was born and raised in Palo Alto, sorry. Paul moved to Oregon after high school to attend college at Linfield University and graduated last year. Paul was hired on March 18th and will be leaving for the academy on April 29th. Joined with him tonight, our family and friends. Some flew in from out of state to be here. His parents, Jennifer and Francis, flew in from California. His twin sister, Anna, and her boyfriend, Mitch, flew in from Oklahoma. And then local relatives include his aunt, Kathleen, Uncle Aaron, and cousins, Marcus. His girlfriend, Danielle, and her father, Ed, are here along with other friends.
All right, so the fan club for this wonderful person, please raise your hands. And who's the twin?
She's older by 2 minutes, too, so I...
Good for you.
And Amanda Trejo. Amanda grew up in Idaho until she was about 10. Her family moved to Sherwood, where she graduated from Sherwood High School. After high school, she attended Cascade College on a scholarship and played soccer. She also attended Portland Community College and earned an applied science degree in fitness technology. Amanda worked in the fitness rehabilitation industry for 14 years. In the last 4 of those, she also was an insurance agent. Amanda was hired on April 8th, and she'll be attending the academy on May 27th. Joined with her tonight is Anthony Trejo, her 2 daughters, Elena and Kylie, her parents, Jerry and Julie, as well as quite a few extended family.
All right, the fan club for the, everybody wave. Okay, thank you all for being here. Thank you for being here. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, so raise your right hand, and obviously you can read that, and we'll just keep going. So I,
Paul Thie,
do solemnly swear that I will uphold the law
do solemnly swear that I will uphold the law
and support the Constitution of the United States and the state of Oregon.
and support the Constitution of the United States and the state of Oregon.
I will abide by the law enforcement code of ethics
I will abide by the law enforcement code of ethics
and the department's rules and regulations
and the department's rules and regulations
while faithfully performing my duties as a police officer for Oregon City, Oregon.
while faithfully performing my duties as a police officer for Oregon City, Oregon.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So now you sign your life away. All right, so I'll just read along and then you say aye. Ready? Okay, so raise your right hand. So I
Amanda Trejo,
do solemnly swear that I will uphold the law
do solemnly swear that I will uphold the law
and support the Constitution of the United States and the state of Oregon.
and support the Constitution of the United States and the state of Oregon.
I will abide by the law enforcement code of ethics
I will abide by the law enforcement code of ethics
and the department's rules and regulations
and the department's rules and regulations
while faithfully performing my duties as a police officer for Oregon City, Oregon.
while faithfully performing my duties as a police officer for Oregon City, Oregon.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And then we'll get a photo op. We always want guys, I say that because they actually are God. Who did it? See you on the road after you get. So before I go back up here, so I got this, so yesterday, I was asked to attend so yesterday I was asked by Oregon City Together to attend their presentation of the movie called Angst. And they sent me with this little basket of goodies for the city commissioners. And I have not looked at it. It went on my car seat, but
Oh, no.
I'm not sure how many things are in here. Maybe 5, oh yeah. So you get to choose your color. Rocky, you want first choice?
Sure.
What color would you like?
Blue. Oh, thanks. Surprise me. What do you think? Oh, yeah. Purple's a good color. It's my favorite. The color of royalty and madness.
That's right. And this one,
Very nice.
the yellow one.
That's a lot.
So this was part of the process that we were wearing, and then what else is in? So there's some posters, which I think we'll give back to the city, but they're really, okay. So this, this program, hang on. So the 4 hours of mental health and the, oh, that's in Spanish, sorry, I'm not gonna try to read that. This was created by students at Oxla. And this was their program, and this is one of their projects. I told them all about our project with our Youth Advisory Commission. So anyway, they created the poster, and we have some stickers that they wanted all of us to have. So it was all about student mental health, and with the help of Chief Davis and our behavioral health specialist, I gave some remarks about how important mental health was, not only for everyone, but for not just youth, but everybody is affected by mental health issues. And I talked about some techniques that I personally use for dealing with mental health issues, self-care, breathing, all the things. And of course, as the movie wrapped up, that was exactly what they said. So so that was kind of a reinforcement. And I thanked the students from Oxla that were there who participated. There's another session coming up on the 30th. Correct, April 30th, where the movie will be shown again. And then there's a second movie, I can't remember the name, it involves suicide and suicide prevention. So I'm hoping to be able to attend that session. And then you also have a session coming up on May the 2nd. If you could tell us about that.
I believe the Youthopia grant, Oregon City Together, and some Oxlaw students will be here on May 15th, I believe, to do a presentation end of the year about the grant, and they'll talk about this movie. Oh, yeah, the Oregon City Together and the police department is hosting a fentanyl forum here on May 2nd. I think it's 6 to 8, but I'd have to double check the time.
Anyway, if you can attend, try to come. The school district is going to send me the link to the movie, and I will be happy to share that out with commissioners and others. It was very well done, very well done. Okay, next on our agenda, we have, get back over there. We have our proclamation for Sexual Assault Awareness Month, and you guys want to speak after I read it? Okay, all right. So, 2024. So whereas Assault Awareness Month, SAAM, is calls attention to the fact that sexual violence is widespread and impacts every person in the community. SAAM aims to raise public awareness about sexual violence and educate communities on how to prevent it. And whereas the systems of oppression such as racism, sexism, classism, heterosexism, ageism, ableism, etc. contribute to higher rates of sexual harassment, assault, and abuse. Unfortunately, those same groups are also the most impacted by inequitable systems of oppression in our society. And whereas we recognize that it will take ending all forms of oppression to end sexual violence worldwide, making a connection between various forms of oppression and the underlying causes of sexual assault is critical to making holistic and lasting change. However, we cannot do this without recognizing historical injustice and realizing how privilege and complacency reinforce oppression. And whereas we can trace a line from sexual violence to systems of oppression, this year's theme, Sexual Assault Awareness Month campaign, is Building Connected Communities, a campaign that helps us reduce the likelihood of sexual abuse, assault, and harassment in our communities. And whereas SAAM calls attention to the misconceptions and misinformation about sexual assault, and it is important that we rededicate ourselves to creating a society where sexual assault is not tolerated, survivors are supported, and all persons in the community can live without fear. And whereas with proper education, we can be successful in reducing this alarming physical and psychologically damaging and help survivors heal. Therefore, I, Mayor Denise C. McGriff, hereby proclaim April 2024 as Sexual Assault Awareness Month and the Commission encourages all citizens to show their support for survivors by wearing teal every Tuesday in April to demonstrate that there's no place for assault. Thank you. So would you come on up? So this is our second year participating in this, and we have the elevator is also part of this process with the city, and it's been lit at night, and we have A-frames around with that information on it for everyone. So just name the city, the presidents, like we did last year.
Thank you, Mayor McGriff and members of the Commission, for reading the SAAM proclamation into the record and the opportunity to speak at tonight's meeting. I am April Everest, Program Services Coordinator for A Safe Place Family Justice Center, an employee of Clackamas County Sheriff's Office, and a proud Oregon City resident of nearly 15 years. To my right is Faye Schuler, Director of Community Outreach Services with Clackamas Women's Services. Sexual violence is a broad term and includes rape, incest, child sex abuse, intimate partner violence, sexual exploitation, human trafficking, unwanted sexual contact, and sexual harassment. We know these violent acts occur in every community and affects people of all ages, genders, sexual orientation, race, religion, and socioeconomic status. Sexual Assault Awareness Month, or SAAM, allows communities nationwide to join forces to raise awareness about the far-reaching impact of sexual violence. In the U.S., every 68 seconds, someone is sexually assaulted, with the vast majority of survivors knowing who perpetrated the assault, specifically being a current or former intimate partner or an acquaintance. For over the last 10 years, A Safe Place Family Justice Center has provided free services to adults and children impacted by domestic and sexual violence, allowing survivors within our community to have a safe location to access comprehensive trauma-informed services all under one roof. Tonight, we have a few of our public and nonprofit providers here in attendance, to include the Clackamas County Sheriff's Office, Clackamas Women's Services, and Safety Compass. If we could also get a quick show of hands for those partners and staff that have come here this evening in support of our effort. Thank you. As you mentioned, Mayor, teal is the official color of SAAM, and the teal ribbon is the symbol of sexual violence prevention. Locally, A Safe Place Family Justice Center convenes a SAAM work group to coordinate outreach efforts during the month of April to bring education, awareness, and prevention in Clackamas County. One effort that you've already mentioned, our work group has once again collaborated with Oregon City Public Works to display a ribbon light and teal LED lights on the Oregon City Municipal elevator. Not only are these lights visible in Oregon City and our neighboring communities, but we see the lights as a way to call attention to this serious and widespread issue, connect the community to local services, and shine a beacon of hope for survivors that they will be heard, believed, respected, and supported in Clackamas County.
Thank you so much. So we are here tonight because Mayor McGriff and the Oregon City Council cares about and is invested in survivors and ending sexual violence in our community, and we thank you. At Clackamas Women's Services, we provide support and programming for survivors of every age, gender, sexual orientation, religion, race, socioeconomical status, and so on. Since our inception in 1985, we have served survivors of both domestic and sexual violence. This April, during Sexual Assault Awareness Month, we are excited to announce we have increased our sexual assault specific advocacy and prevention programs serving Clackamas County residents. This includes being embedded at Providence, Willamette Falls, and Milwaukee hospitals Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., providing confidential advocacy during a sexual assault forensics exam, co-located sexual assault advocate at Clackamas Community College, support groups, counseling for adults and youth, prevention services, emergency shelter, and housing access. We are honored to support survivors of sexual violence as they navigate their healing process. Every survivor has a different path towards healing and moving forward to a brighter, safer future. What we know is when survivors are heard, believed, and supported after a sexual assault, they have fewer long-term impacts and more resiliency. It is crucial that we listen and trust survivors to make the best choices for their lives and the lives of their loved ones. This year's Sexual Assault Awareness Month campaign is focused on building connected communities, and that is who and why we are here tonight. Survivors of sexual assault feel shame, fear of retaliation, and uncertainty in sharing their experience and receiving support. In Oregon City tonight, your voices, our voices have power, and together we can build safe and respectful communities where survivors of sexual violence can receive the care and justice they deserve. Sexual violence is preventable through the collaborations of community members at multiple levels of society: homes, neighborhoods, schools, faith groups, workplaces, and other settings. While we are honored to do this work every day, we cannot change the world without the efforts of all the people around us and this community. We all play a role in preventing sexual violence and establishing norms of respect, safety, equality, and helping others. This April, let us actively support survivors, speak out against sexual violence, and ultimately make Oregon City a safer place for us all. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you. And I've signed the proclamation, so Jacob has one for you to take with you, the blue folder, or Evan does.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you very much. So next on our agenda is something that I think we can all be excited about. It is the Oregon Heritage Tree Hero Award. And Pete, were you going to present this? And Samantha, come on up. We'll call her when we get ready for her. Just have a seat, Nancy.
Good evening, Mayor and Commissioners. I'm Pete Walter, Planning Manager, and I'm the Staff Liaison to the Natural Resources Committee. This evening, we're here to honor Dr. Nancy Broshot, former Chair of the Natural Resources Committee, who is the 2024 recipient of the Oregon Heritage Tree Award, Heritage Tree Hero Award, sorry. Samantha Wolf, to my left, current NRC Chair and Oregon Heritage Tree Committee member, will present the award to Dr. Broshot with you, Madam Mayor. And Nancy, Dr. Broshot is being honored for her work leading revisions to the Oregon City Street Tree and Heritage Tree Codes between 2022 and 2023. When the NRC reviewed and recommended changes to the city's public tree code to improve tree replacement requirements and oversee a revised recommended street tree list. Additionally, Dr. Broshot brought her expertise in forest research and thoughtful collaboration to assist Oregon City with revisions to the Heritage Tree Code, Chapter 12.32, which helps make the program more accessible to community members. And Samantha's going to say a few words about the Heritage Tree Program of the state.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, everybody, for having me here today. A little bit about the Oregon Heritage Tree Program is administered by the Oregon Travel Information Council. And Oregon is unique in having this program in that we are the first state to have a Heritage Tree Program at all as a state program. We started the Heritage Tree Hero Award in 2021 to recognize those who are conducting advocacy and education and protection of heritage trees across the state in everyday work. The Heritage Tree Hero recognizes individuals and groups that view Oregon's history from the perspective of the trees that witness or are witnessing our history and legacy. It tells us about inspirational individuals or organizations or events, engaging communities through education about the importance of trees and raising awareness about Oregon's history, told through those trees or forests. The Oregon Heritage Tree Council encourages nominations to tell the stories of historically underrepresented communities whose contributions are an integral part of Oregon's history. This year, we are recognizing Dr. Nancy Broshot as an Oregon Heritage Tree Hero.
I would just acknowledge that this is the second award that someone in our community has deserved. I know Thie was the first one that I was aware of that we got, and we did the ceremony over in the on the old city hall, or the original city hall, as opposed to being here. And so who was the second recipient? Oh, Dara, yes, for the oak, yes, the oak tree over at Tumwata. So this is number 3, which is really exciting. So Nancy, you want to come on up? And Samantha, you want to help me present the award, and then we'll get a picture. And while you're coming on up, I want to acknowledge the members of the Oregon City Parks Foundation. Would you please stand? There are 3 members here, plus myself. I'm a member, so thank you. So this says, the Oregon Heritage Tree Committee recognizes Nancy, and too bad they didn't put the doctor part, but Nancy Broshot as a 2024 Heritage Tree Hero who understands the trees can be the best storytellers of our histories, our cultures, and our way of life. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Let's get one with the 2 of us, and then I'd like to have the Oregon City Parks Foundation folks come up, and we'll do another photo if that would be okay with you all. And Roger, welcome home. We miss you. Let me put this down. Okay.
I'm taking a lot of photos.
There you go. Would you like to just say a few words?
Sure.
I'll hold your hand.
I'd like to thank, do I have to, on? Is this on? I'd like to thank the Oregon Heritage Tree people, Foundation, whatever they are, I can't remember. Committee, okay, the Oregon Heritage Tree Committee for giving me this award. I really feel honored. I've always loved trees since I was a tiny child, and I still do, and I always will. And so I've lived in the McLaughlin neighborhood for over 40 years. I've been in my house since 1983, and it's a 1910s house. I'm not sure exactly what year it is, but I do what I can to protect all the trees in Oregon City, but especially those in the McLaughlin neighborhood, because I walk by them all the time. And so I just really love trees, and I really want to encourage people in the community to cherish the trees that we have and to do what we can to preserve the ones that are still in really good shape, which many of them are. Thank you.
And thank you to staff for doing such a great job for producing all these great tree heroes that we have. I have a Clerks Foundation shirt, but I couldn't figure out how to do it with this and the teal and too many colors. So also tonight on our agenda, we have a proclamation declaring a certain week in May of Municipal Clerks Week proclamation. So that's pretty awesome. So, proclamation, 55th Annual Professional Municipal Clerks Week, May 5th through 11th, 2024. Whereas the office of the professional municipal clerk, a time-honored and vital part of government, exists throughout the world, and whereas the office of the professional municipal clerk is the oldest amongst public servants, I should say public service, and whereas Oregon City's office of the city recorder is the oldest continuous municipal clerk office in the state of Oregon, starting when Thomas A. Brown swore his oath of office on January 6, 1845. And whereas the office of the professional municipal clerk provides a professional link between the citizens, the local governing bodies, and agencies of local governments at other levels, and whereas professional municipal clerks have pledged to be ever mindful of their neutrality and impartiality, rendering equal service to all, and whereas the professional municipal clerk serves as the information center on functions of local government and the community, and whereas professional municipal clerks continually strive to improve the administration of the affairs of the office of the professional municipal clerk through participation in education programs, seminars, workshops, and the annual meeting of their state, provincial, county, and international professional organizations, and whereas it is appropriate that we recognize the accomplishments of the office of the professional municipal clerk. Now, therefore, I, Denise C. McGriff, proclaim May 5th through 11th, 2024 as Professional Municipal Clerks Week, and I will set my hand to this on the 17th day of April. So thank you. I didn't know you guys were considered professional municipal clerks because we just call you our city recorder. So, is that what it says on your official certificate, that you are a professional?
When you get the certification, yeah, it'd be certified municipal clerk.
Certified municipal clerk, yeah. But not certifiable municipal clerk.
Well, that's up for debate.
Sometimes, okay. All right. So congratulations and thank you for bringing this to our attention. So we will move on to the next agenda item, which is citizen comments, and we have one slip here, and it is from Delma Hagen Miller. So come on up. So I see you left us something, but some of us may not have had a moment to read at all at the moment. So we'll get to it, but thank you.
Sure enough. As I said earlier in the year, I'd be back, so here I am. Good evening, Mayor McGriff and Commissioners. My name is Thelma Hagen Miller. I reside in the unincorporated area of North Clackamas County, known as Oak Grove. Tonight, I am coming before you to tell the rest of the story about the mini float that you so generously funded for this year's Rose Festival Parade. The theme of the 2024 Rose Festival Parade is Dream Forward. The all-encompassing theme, the Oregon City Heritage Coordinating Committee mini float is Oregon City Dreams, Past, Present, and Future. That theme will be displayed on the banner that our OCHCC committee parade walkers will carry in front of the float. The theme will also be spoken over the microphone at the many stations along the parade route. This can and will also be the theme for activities and events held throughout the city during the summer of 2024. OCHCC is conducting an all-day familiarization tour, or FAM tour, as it's known in the tourism industry, on Friday, May 17th, 2024, which will showcase the theme of the places we visited and driven by on the FAM tour. There will be opportunities along the tour route for the mayor, commissioners, and others to join and participate and share their dreams for Oregon City. The target audience for the FAM tour are those people known in the tourism industry as frontline people, or those people who staff the regional visitor centers, front desks at area hotels, some regional tour operators, etc. OCHCC has and will be putting many volunteer hours into these collective activities. Today, the value of those hours is $31.80 per hour. The tour will thoroughly cover the Oregon City area, starting with the river, visiting the second and third level of the city, and ending with Oregon's First People movie at the Trail Center. Many dreams will be showcased along the way. The tour participants will be provided with goodie bags full of items donated by our businesses and summer events. The OCHCC group is also developing an incentive tracking system to be used to track the return on the investment of these two projects. OCHCC will be back before you at the end of the summer to share the results of our promotions. Please see the attached invitation and itinerary I gave you for further details. Our efforts will effectively keep tourism alive and well in Oregon City until a DMO is established. Thank you.
Are there any questions? I know this is just a citizen comment, but I guess my question is, why are you not charging something nominal for this?
It's not a practice in the tourism industry. You are showcasing what you have, and you want people to come. If you charge them, that's a different story.
So my one correction to your agenda, since I do volunteer there, it's the William L. Holmes House at the Rose Farm. That's what we refer to it and have for the last 4 or 5 years.
I'll be sure and make that note when I drive past.
Questions? Okay. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, next we have do we have no presentations tonight? That's probably where this that item should have gone rather than citizen comments. But, okay, so the adoption of the agenda and consent agenda. We have 4 items and we have a request. I'm not sure which minutes that you wanted to make a correction to.
Yeah, I would like to pull the January 17th minutes and would otherwise move to approve the consent agenda minus that item.
I'll second it.
Commissioner Rocky Smith.
Aye.
Commissioner Adam Marl.
Aye.
Commissioner Frank O'Donnell.
Aye.
Commissioner Mike Mitchell.
Aye.
And Mayor Denise McGriff.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Okay, we'll put, take 7C and we'll put it before we get to 9A, so why don't you go ahead, since we don't have any public hearings tonight.
The reason why I wanted to pull it was just because I wanted it to be crystal clear for item 9B, climate-friendly and equitable communities parking reforms, that at the bottom, when it mentions the vote, it doesn't say what the resolution is about, as it is normally the case when it says a motion to approve resolution XYZ, a resolution doing this, this, and this. It doesn't state that it is specifically related to the grant and not to the actual CFEC parking reform policies that we were voting to approve. And so I just would like to see that clarified, as is consistent with the other motions that are listed in our minutes.
How would you like that to be worded?
As consistent as it is with the other times that it's in the minutes.
Well, is that helpful, or we need to be, I thought we should be a little more specific.
That correction can be made. Would you prefer the motion be like verbatim that was stated during the meeting, or approval of that item's title?
Just the title, looking at the one below, it says, for the different item, a motion to approve the first reading of ordinance 24-1001 adopting city code amendments. Just the title that's listed. I think it would benefit us to make it clear that we're not voting in favor of those parking reforms. And I think it needs to be clear.
So to approve resolution 2403, which is a resolution supporting the grant.
Yes, that we're supportive of getting money from the state to do things that they're forcing us to do. That's what we're supporting. Right.
Okay, so we'll make that happen. So is there a motion to approve the minutes of January 17th with that addition and correction?
So moved.
Second.
Been moved and seconded?
Commissioner Rocky Smith.
Aye.
Commissioner Adam Marl.
Aye.
Commissioner Frank O'Donnell.
Aye.
Commissioner Mike Mitchell.
Aye.
And Mayor Denise McGriff.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Okay, item 9A, second reading of ordinance 24-1003, proposed amendments to the Oregon City Municipal Code, Chapter 240.020 and 240.030, Public Contracting and Purchasing. Assistant City Manager Raines.
Yes, Mayor and Commissioners, no changes were requested at the last meeting, so what you see before you is the same language that was reviewed before, and there's no additional changes unless you have questions.
Right. Are there any questions, or is there a motion to approve the second reading, which will happen after the Assistant City Attorney reads the title?
Okay. Ordinance number 24-1003. An ordinance of the City of Oregon City amending Municipal Code Chapter 2.40, Public Contracting and Purchasing, subsections 2.40020 and 2.40030.
So I was going to say, we needed to have the motion first, and we're doing the motion. Okay, is there a motion to approve?
So move.
Or second?
Second.
Okay, so, moved by Commissioner Smith, second by Commissioner Mitchell. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Rocky Smith.
Aye.
Commissioner Adam Marl.
Aye.
Commissioner Frank O'Donnell.
Aye.
Commissioner Mike Mitchell.
Aye.
And Mayor Denise McGriff.
Aye.
Motion
So
passes.
this will go into effect 30 days from today? Okay. Not an emergency. All right. So communications.
I have no updates tonight, thank you.
Assistant City Manager Raines, any communications?
Nothing, thank you.
Okay. Anybody in the back 40?
Anyone outside in the parking lot?
Well, they can't hear us. Yes, okay. Chief Davis already announced the meeting, the thing on, the program on fentanyl on May the 2nd, so we've got that down. Commissioner Mitchell.
I have nothing tonight.
Commissioner O'Donnell.
Well, I know on the 24th, we're going to have a gathering of people interested in promoting river tourism and linking the John Storm dock to the locks to upriver and downriver commercial traffic. And Jerry Herman is instrumental in that, and he can publish that meeting for anybody that wants to come to it. But there's a lot of interest in it, a lot of people participating, and it will be beneficial to every community along the river, both upriver and downriver of us, and all our surrounding communities. So I believe Kendall's going to attend that meeting with me, and we'll report back on that. Thanks.
Commissioner Smith? I don't have any reports. Commissioner Morrow?
Nope.
The only thing I have is that I just wanted to report on the Willamette Falls Lots Authority. So we had a meeting this month, and we'll have another one coming up next week, but we're in the process of developing the long-range budget. It'll be a 1 year regular budget and then a 2-year projection. We are continually moving forward with the Corps on the agreement that is in the process of being created so that the locks can be turned over to the authority for their administration. And I will say that is not going to happen probably anytime soon, because part of the agreement is that the locks be repaired, inspected before they accept it, and then that's part of the agreement. But it is moving forward. We've had very good conversations with the Corps. There's a new colonel there who is more amenable to working with the organization, so that's very exciting because it's moving forward. And that is what's going on with that organization. And that's the only communications I have. I reported on the Oregon City Together program that just happened last night. And if you do have a chance to go on the 30th or on the 2nd, I think it would be worth your while. And with that, being no other communications, we will adjourn to executive session.